Welcome back, students. So in this series of the chapter Animal Kingdom, we are going to deal with the final phylum that is present to the invertebrates or non-chordates, that is Hemichordata. So what are the special features present in this phylum, and what are the special characters, what are the general characters, and what is the classification, and what are the examples. So as in the previous previously I asked that you have to write a table with comparison of all the phylums at one place that belongs to non-chordates. So this is the final phylum of the non-chordates. So actually this phylum is present in the chordates, but due to some characters they has to be changed from chordates to non-chordates. See, Hemichordata, that is hemi means half. So these animals are exhibiting half of the characters of chordates and half of the characters of the non-chordates. So that's why it is known as Hemichordata. So what are the structures which are similar with the chordates, and what are the structures which are similar to the non-chordates? What are they present in these animals? We will discuss here. And how the body organization is, and what are the special organs present here, what are the special larval forms which are present here. So those details we will discuss in this class. So once this class is finished, we are finished with the non-chordates and invertebrates total porifera to Hemichordata. So by this time we have to prepare that comparative chart, and that should be with you. So now we will see what are the special characters. Here we can see a special organ, that is stomochord. What is stomochord? This structure is believed to similar with that of notochord of vertebrates, because this is sharing some similar characters with the chordates. In chordates we are having notochord, and notochord in future it is developed into the vertebral column. So the same structure here called as stomochord. So by considering this one, we are keeping this one as a Hemichordata, because somewhat it is sharing some similar characters with the chordates. And its body is body organization. Body is unsegmented, but it is broadly divided into three regions. First one is proboscis, the second one is collar, and the third one is long structure, that is trunk. The organism is a worm-like structure. This is proboscis, head region, this is collar region, this is the trunk region. The body is a worm-like appearance. Okay, now as like the previous phylums, we will discuss here the general characters of the animals which are present in the phylum Chordata. The general characters of this phylum are the general characters of phylum Hemichordata. Hemichordata. So the first one is here the term coined by. So here we don't know. So we will go to the next character, that is the meaning of the name Hemichordata. So here already we discussed that one as half chordates. Half chordates. And the second one is, what is the significance of the animals in this phylum? What is the significance? There is no that much significance here. Lied as a bridge between the non-chordates or the invertebrates and the vertebrates. It is acting like a bridge. Habitat, that means where these organisms are present. where they are exclusively belongs to marine, not even freshwater or not even a terrestrial habitat, only marine. And the symmetry of the animals is obviously bilateral symmetry. This is the most advanced type of symmetry, bilateral, because here all the organs are well developed in this type of symmetry. Coelom here, from the echinoderms onwards, it is having a true coelom, that too the type of coelom that is enterocoelom. Annelida, arthropoda and mollusca also having true coelom, that is schizocoelom. And the next character here is levels of organization. Levels of organization here is organ system, obviously organ system level of organization. And the number of germ layers, the number of germ layers here is triploblastic. What is triploblastic? It is having ectoderm, middle mesoderm and the inner endoderm. Segmentation here is not a homonomous or not a heteronomous, it is absent. But the body is divided into anterior, that is front region, that is proboscis, front region, that is proboscis, and the middle region collar, the middle region, that is collar, and the posterior that is trunk region. This is how the body is divided in these animals. And coming to the next type of characters, general characters, that is digestion. Digestion here is extracellular digestion, and the process of respiration is done by pharyngeal gill slits. Pharyngeal gill slits. See here, this character is shared from the vertebrates. If we want to decide whether the animal belongs to non-chordate or chordate, we have some characters. It has to show the vertebral column, it has to show the closed blood vascular system, and it has to show pharyngeal gill slits. So this character belongs to vertebrates, and it is acting as a bridge between the non-chordate, that is, it is having or it is sharing 50% of the characters from the invertebrates and other 50% from the vertebrates. So this is a vertebrate character. And other processes like blood vascular system. Blood vascular system, that is circulatory system, here is circulatory system open type, and the heart is present on the dorsal side. So this is one of the important character, dorsal heart. We are having the heart ventral side, it is having the heart dorsal side. And the excretory system, it was performed with the help of a gland, that is proboscis gland, that is present in the anterior region. And there is no discussion about nervous system here, and obviously the sense organs are also not there. And the sexuality here is, these are mostly unisexuals, and the mode of reproduction here sexual type of reproduction, not asexual type. And the fertilization is they didn't mention here, the fertilization mostly external fertilization. And it is involving the type of development might be direct or indirect type of development. So if the animal is involving in indirect type of development, obviously we are having a larval form. So what is that larval form? This is also very important. Tornaria. The larval form is Tornaria. See here, what are the different characters we have to remember here is what is the type of coelom in hemichordates? Enterocoelom. This is important. And what is the meaning of the hemichordata? These are half chordates and enterocoelom. And here the body organization, it is very important. The body is divided into proboscis, collar and into trunk region. Anterior proboscis, middle collar, and the posterior is obviously the trunk region. And the respiration here is performed by pharyngeal gill slits, like in the higher animals. You have to know that what is the first class of the phylum Chordata? Fishes. So from hemichordata it is slowly turned into fishes. Fishes will perform the respiration with the help of gills. So these are also having gill slits. And the circulatory system is open type, and it is also having the heart, that is especially on the dorsal side. And the process of excretion was done by proboscis gland. And you have to remember, in the platyhelminthes it was done by flame cells, and in the nematoda it was done by rennet gland, and in the annelids it was done by nephrostomes. And in so many different types of organs are present in the arthropoda, and mainly those are Malphizian tubules. So the special organs which are helpful for the process of different types, gill slits for the process of respiration, for the process of excretion, you have to remember, because which of the following animals will be done excretion with the help of flame cells? They will give the examples. You have to find out that. And they may ask in a match the following type of question also. Flame cells, rennet glands, proboscis glands, Malphizian tubules, like that in one column, and they will give the examples in the another column. So that is also very important. And the larval form here is Tornaria. Tornaria, which because it is also involved in the indirect type of development. And here we have to know the classification. Very simple classification, that's why I am mentioning here. It was classified into two classes: Enteronusta, and the second one is Pterobranchia. These are the two types of classes which is present in the phylum Hemichordata. Here the examples is Balanoglossus. Here the example is Balanoglossus, and the second example here is Tychodira. These are the two different animals which are present here. And for this one, Rhabdopleura and Cephalodiscus. Cephalodiscus. These are the different types of animals which are present here. And Balanoglossus common name is acorn worm. It is also known as acorn worm. This is not there in your textbook. They had given two examples. What are those? Balanoglossus, acorn worm, and Saccoglossus. These are the two examples which are given in your textbook. So this is about the classification. It is divided into two classes, Enteronosta and Pterobranchia. And the Enteronosta contains different animals like Balanoglossus, that is acorn worm, and the Trichodira. Pterobranchia contains two different organisms, that is Rhabdopleura and Cephalodiscus. This is about the phylum Hemichordata. And so still here we completed the non-chordates from Porifera, Cnidaria, Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes, Nematoda, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata and Hemichordata. Hope you understood well, and you have to make a chart and you have to send through WhatsApp all the different general characters at one place and different phylums in the one row. So I hope you will do that. And this is about the invertebrates, and tomorrow onwards we will start with the general characters which are present. What are the characters? By considering that, we will define that animal as an vertebrate. How the notochord will develops and which structures will be formed with the notochord, and how the pharyngeal gill slits are helpful in the respiration, and what is the double ventral nerve cord, and what is the circulatory system. So these are the different types of characters which are present, which are helpful to define that animal as a vertebrate. And what are the different types of classes which are present in the phylum Chordata. Understand what like fishes, amphibians. What are the different types of fishes? What are the different types of amphibians? What are reptiles? Reptiles includes dinosaurs and different types of snakes. So what is a poisonous snake? What is a non-poisonous snake? And in the poisonous snake, how many types of poisons are there? So two types of poisons, hemotoxic and neurotoxic. Hemotoxic means it will break down the blood, so it affects the blood circulatory system, blood vascular system. And the other type, neurotoxic, it will affects the nervous system. For example, Naja, cobra. So that venom will affect the nervous system. But a krait, that is a type of snake that will affects the blood vascular system. And what are the different types of birds? So what are the different organs which are helpful for the flight? How it is flying? Which muscles will help them? And how it is taking respiration? Because during flying it needs more air. So how it has to store more amount of oxygen, which is helpful for producing energy, especially during flying. So it is having air sacs. 7 air sacs will be there. So air will be stored there. And what are the different types of mammals? And what is the there are so many mammals which are very big in size, like blue whale. That is also a mammal. That is not belongs to fish. And shark is also belongs to mammals. Whale shark. And elephant, sea horse, sea cow. So very big animals. All these are belongs to the class mammals. Okay, so we will see all those details in the upcoming chapters. So hope you understand well. So please do revision, otherwise you will forget these different types of examples, different types of organs, different types of classifications. You will there is a chance of forgetting. So these things you have to revise multiple times. This is very scoring chapter. because there is a very high chance of getting so many questions from these chapters. So don't lose any question from this chapter. Okay, if you try to revise 3 or 4 times, it will be fixed in your mind. So it is very easy scoring, no need to think, direct question will ask from these chapters. Okay, hope you understand well, and try very thank you for cooperating with us. So maintain a chart, and hope if you will do, send me in the WhatsApp. That is the assignment for you. So you have to submit by tomorrow, because we completed all the topics that belongs to invertebrate phylums. Okay, by tomorrow you have to send the assignment. Okay, thank you.